Good morning, good evening, good afternoon guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a beautiful day. So today, as you can see from these lovely big boxes, we got some products to review today and I'm going to go through them, so let's go with the intro. So, quick disclaimer, Kendall Mint Company have sponsored this video and have provided me with all of the products that I'm going to review today. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to be honest. We know on this channel, I'm honest, brutally honest, but I say what I think, and that's why I think a lot of people respect my opinion, because if I like something they know that it's legit and I'm not just saying that. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of background on the company. So Kendall Mint Cake, as some of you will probably know, is pretty famous for Kendall, obviously. It's called Kendall Mint Cake. But it used to be a sugar bar that basically tasted like mint. It used to be quite grainy, that's what I used to find, and has been known for its outdoor adventuring benefits. It's been to the top of Everest, it's done everything, and it was just popular amongst a lot of outdoor athletes for its production of energy. Now, because it has such high sugar content, it has always been a favourite amongst endurance or outdoors athletes, just because it is easy and melts in your mouth, but it gives you that glucose hit. Basically, what Kendall Mint Company have done is they've zhuzhed it up, brought it into the modern day, but also expanded it. So it's not just your original mint bars. They do chocolate coated and they do energy gels, and they also do isotonic powder and protein mix. So they're the products I'm going to review today. So I'm just going to say how I got involved with this company. Now, the guy who owns the company, I used to swim with him, and when I was at Scrops this weekend, I bumped into him and got talking and was like, oh my gosh, I'm very much intrigued to try these products. And he suggested that I become an ambassador. So all of the products that I talk about today, you can get through the link that is in the description bar below, and also remember to use this discount code that is popped up on the screen down here, and it'll give you a nice little discount. Not that you need it, it's pretty cheap as it is, but we all love a discount. I'm just going to apologise now if you can hear anything. Daisy's on the phone and she's in the living room, so I do apologise for any background noise that is in this video. And also the lighting is shocking because I'm filming it at night, because I only just got home and I'm really craving some Kendall Mint Cake and I've only got 2 bars left. Okay, so given the fact that the brand is Kendall Mint Company, every single product has mint in it. Would be a bit weird if it didn't, right? Listen here, Linda.
Listen to me,
I'm going to share with you the benefits of mint, because I learned this over the weekend. Mint isn't just in it for fun. Mint has an actual benefit. Mint actually aids digestion. How, I hear you ask? So, it encourages bile to flow into the duodenum, which is part of your digestive system. So because it encourages the bile production, it actually aids digestion through the breakdown of molecules in the actual stomach, which obviously increases and promotes digestion. It is also a natural and potent antispasmodic, there we go, we got it in the end, which basically relaxes the action of the muscles, antispasm, see that? Which allows the body to focus on the release of energy that is happening within the digestive system. So obviously, because it increases the bile production and the digestive system obviously is encouraged by taking in mint, it therefore is kinder on the stomach. A lot of gels I've tried, it's not been pretty down the rear end, to put it kindly. But what I found when I tried this gel, it doesn't mess with me, and it'll be interesting to see if people with a sensitive stomach find the same. Another interesting fact about mint is that it is actually a natural way of increasing your pain threshold, which I mean we all want to do that in a race or in a training environment, because who doesn't want to not feel as much pain?
Ah! Oh! Ouch!
So I'm going to start by talking about the mint bars. So the original Kendal mint cake, but it's not the original, it's got a little bit different to it. So these bars come in a original mint bar and a chocolate coated mint bar. You can get 6 bars for $7.99 or 24 bars for $31.99. That's pretty cheap. Now obviously if you look at these bars, the normal bar is bigger and is an 85 gram bar. The chocolate coated one is priced the same, but it's 50 grams. Now the reason why they've done this is so that they can price them the same. But obviously in manufacturing, chocolate costs, it's an extra ingredient, so chocolate will cost more. That's just the reason why it's smaller. Okay, so like I said before, the difference between the OG Kendal mint cake and this bar is that this contains electrolytes and B vitamins. So it contains B vitamins 3, 5, 6 and 12 and electrolytes which help aid hydration and red blood cell production, amongst other things. Both bars are gluten-free and vegan. Well, actually the chocolate one might not be. Okay, so the chocolate one just says it may contain traces of milk, so I guess that means it's vegan, right? And they both have a high percentage of natural sugars that obviously glucose it is the fuel for our exercise. Don't know why it took me so long to get that word. So for those of you who don't know, glucose is our main source of energy. That is the thing that is broken down in anaerobic and aerobic respiration during exercise to basically make us move. Given the fact that these have such a high glucose proportion, it's really good for the fact that if you're in a long event, you're going to need that. The thing I'd say about these bars is that they are not as grainy as what Kendal mint cake used to be. So I remembered Kendal mint cake to be quite grainy, quite thick, quite heavy. This is super light and it is so soft. So I'm going to actually open this one so that you guys can see. So it's just like a chocolate coated mint bar. Super easy to eat. Basically a giant After Eight, just melts in your mouth. As an open water swimmer, will I go towards these? No, I probably won't. Just because in an open water race, it's not going to be the easiest thing. Maybe if they were like in individual little things, I would go towards them. Almost like Jelly Baby size or Jelly Bean size, I'd probably go for that. But I mean, I suppose I could cut it up and put it in a Ziploc bag. But the thing I would say is in an open water race, these bars are pretty big to try and fit in my wetsuit. Probably not going to happen. But if I was a runner, cyclist, land athlete, didn't have to think about how I'm putting it in a small wetsuit, I would go for this because it just dissolves in your mouth. Like you can't even you don't have to chew. And I know that my mum struggles with Jelly Babies on runs because she can't chew and run at the same time because she's simple. So that's the only thing I would say. But will I be using these for training and purposes? Yes. If I'm in the middle of a 12k session, this is what I'm going to have. Because if I'm in the middle of a long session, gels are great, but I more get hungry from the fact that I want to chew something, if that makes sense. So that's where I would probably have this in my training bag. That is where this would come in. Okay, so I think it's appropriate to go into the gels now, just because these are the natural progression from mint cake to gels. So obviously what Jack and the team have done is they've realised, not everyone likes to chew while they're running. So why don't we break this down into a more simple way of using it? So all of these gels are gluten-free and vegan. They are easy to digest, unlike most gels. They are dual charged, they contain B vitamins and electrolytes, so I'm going to explain what that means, don't worry. They come in citrus and mint, and chocolate mint, and there are caffeinating versions, as the caffeinated versions only come in mint and caffeine. Citrus and mint. The citrus and mint comes in both caffeinated and non-caffeinated, but the mint only comes in the caffeinated format, and then the chocolate mint only comes in a non-caffeinated format. So why are they easy to digest? Well, they have a high water content compared to most gels. So most gels are quite viscous, they're quite gloopy, they're really thick when they come out of the packet. But because this recharged gel formula has such a high water content, it's kind of surprising that it doesn't compromise on the carbohydrate quantity, which I think is why this product is so amazing, because it doesn't sacrifice the glucose, it doesn't sacrifice the ease of use, but it also doesn't upset your stomach, and it also gives you added benefits. So the dual fuel energy system is an energy delivery system which is brought in relation to the carbohydrates. So the reason why this is dual fuel is because it contains glucose and fructose rather than just glucose, which is in a ratio of about 2:1. This means that it can provide your body with instant action, but it also can provide it with long-term energy aid. The KMC Energy Gel also contains electrolytes, which aid hydration, and obviously a 2% drop in hydration leads to a 10% drop in performance. The gels have been developed, according to their website, using world-class approach, and they contain no banned substances and have the certification of Informed Sport. So the price. Each sachet is 70 grams and you can purchase 12 sachets for $14.99 retail price, not including my discount code. Now this is a product I will 100% be getting behind. In the past I've really struggled with gels because they mess with my stomach so much. I've just not been able to find a gel which has settled in my stomach. And the last thing you want is to have an upset stomach in a wetsuit. That's all I'm going to say. So all I'll do is slip this inside my wetsuit, bish bash bosh, boom, I'm sorted. I do think I will use this product a lot more than the bar, just from a race point of view, probably training as well, because let's be real, I love this too much that I'm probably just going to snack on it and end up being like massive. When I had this, I was shook. It is not thick, it isn't vile, like it doesn't take a long time to swallow it. It's so easy to just get in you. So overall, I love this product, and if you in the past have struggled with gels and digestion, this is the product for you. I'm telling you right now that you will love this. Now, I was skeptical about the citrus and lime flavour, but it's actually my favourite flavour. I'm not normally a lemon and lime person. Never. I thought that the chocolate mint would be my favourite. I was mistaken. Now listen, Linda.
Linda, listen, Linda.
This is like a mojito. In fact, it should be renamed Mojito. These products will change my life. So this little sachet here is the isotonic hydration powder from KMC. It only comes at the moment in citrus and mint because it's a new product. Obviously the bars are the OGs, they're the first product they came out with. The gels came next. This is new. If you are a lover of Lucozade, save your money, just save it. Lucozade's so expensive. Basically you just mix it with water and you have it during or before exercise, and it just helps you maintain your hydration. Now the thing I like about this is that it's in a sachet. One, it's good for travelling. Two, it's good for taking to uni. Now the thing I find is that when I put protein powder in a shaker, it means I've got to take 2 separate bottles. Whereas with this, because gives you a recommended water level, it means I can just take this and the protein powder with me to uni, and I don't have to think about anything else. Like, I can use one water bottle, because as soon as this is finished during training, there's my protein. It's gonna be great, I'm just telling you now. So a little bit about this product. Obviously, it's got mint in it, easy digestion. Don't really need to say much more about that. It's dual charge, it's got electrolytes, and it's Informed Sport. So the KMC Isomix is specially formulated for hydration, but also helps recharge your body. So it contains a lot of electrolytes, which just help with that hydration level. Okay, I'm gonna quote the website here and get a little bit sciencey. Because it has the same osmotic pressure as your body and its fluids, the Isomix is taken into the body a lot quicker than normal isotonic drinks, so like Lucozade and Gatorade and stuff like that. This kind of just maximizes the quality of the isotonic drink and your workout, which I think is super cool, and I kind of just like that. I really like that. Now my only thing is 500 milliliters of water, not very much at all, and my only concern is that 500 ml, I'm gonna have to get out the pool to refill my water bottle at some point, but I'm sure that I will be able to find a way around that at some point. It's just going to take a little bit of getting used to. But yeah, I love the fact that it's in a sachet. Oh, the price. So each sachet is 37 grams. They're pre-weighed out. Saves you faffing around with a scoop and trying to work out how much you need for water. And you get 12 sachets in a box. It's a bit like this box here. And this is retailed at $15.99 without the discount. When I am filming this video, this is on at $9.99 reduced. But obviously that's not going to be the continuous price. I can tell I'm going to love this product just because if I have a double session, I find that I do need my sugar in my juice. And I just don't like putting sugar in my juice at the same time. It just doesn't mix well, and I don't know, it just makes it really sweet. But I kind of like the fact that this is a nice flavour, but it's kind of subtle as well. Do I think I'll use this every session? No. I think I'll use it a lot when I'm on my period, because when I'm on my period I feel like for some reason I feel like I do need the extra sugar. Obviously you burn more when you're menstruating and stuff like that, and also if I'm doing double days or hard sessions I will use this. Otherwise I'm just going to stick to water, but I definitely think this is a good product for any distance athletes out there. Okay, and last but not least is possibly my borderline favourite product of the brand, and that is their recovery protein powder. So again, it's pre-sachetaed out, which is handy because you can just slip it into your bag. Again, it's good for travelling, so when I go to Best Fest, I'm not going to need to go through customs with protein powder in a shaker and looking really dodgy. I'm just going to take these sachets, and if my bag gets searched again, they're going to know. I mean, if you haven't watched the Tenerife video, please watch it. It's linked. You're seeing it in the corner right now. I can't remember which corner it is, but it's in there. So each of these sachets contains 40 grams, and you just mix it with water. And I am not going to lie to you guys, this is my favourite chocolate mint protein powder ever. I'm not gonna lie, I was skeptical. I really like my protein chocolate mint, largely down to the fact that it's so cheap because of student discount. But this is just as cheap and it tastes better. And it's actually more benefit for your body. So this is vegetarian, not vegan. It is using whey protein concentrate, but it is also gluten-free and it aids digestion because of the mint. So they only have chocolate mint flavour at the moment, just because it's a new product. And each sachet, it contains 21 grams of protein, which is really good for a recovery shake. It also contains carbohydrates, which also helps with the whole rebuilding. Now the problem I find with protein shakes is that they normally only have protein in them. They don't normally have enough carbohydrates. Now the thing is, if you imagine protein to be like Lego, you need to stick the bricks together, okay? You might have loads of Lego pieces, but you need the energy to stick them together. So that's a bit like protein in the sense that you need to have carbohydrates as well. As I said, it has 21 grams of protein. Alongside this, it also has 13.3 grams of carbs, but it only has 5.7 grams of sugars, which is pretty good for an artificial product. Now, obviously, the flavourings of a product are generally sugar, and for it to only have 5.7 grams of sugar is pretty decent. A box of 12, this box here, the brown one, costs £19.99 retail. I love this. My mum loves it. She doesn't like chocolate. It's just so light, it just doesn't taste proteiny, it just tastes so chocolate minty and oh. In the future, I would like to see a bigger tub, just because it's just easier to store in my kitchen, to be honest. But I do find the benefit of having sachets at the same time. I can understand why they've done sachets, but I'd also like to have a massive tub in my kitchen so that I can have both, if you see what I mean. So yeah, that's the range. Absolutely love it. In the future, I would like to see creatine. Obviously, it's just a start-up, so they've only just started with the stuff that they're doing now is amazing. The stuff that they're doing already is absolutely amazing. To have come from Kendall Mint Cake to the new Kendall Mint Cake to the gels to all the powders and stuff, I have so much respect. And when I spoke to Jack, he could tell me every single thing that was in each product and why. And I have so much respect for someone who can stand there and tell me honestly why there is such things in the products. And he was genuine. And I am totally on board with a business which is genuine and good. Like, this has converted me 100%. No more MyProtein. I mean, I'll get creatine from MyProtein. My only other criticism is that there's only one flavour of chocolate protein powder, because when you're doing 9 to 10 sessions a week, you get sick of a flavour pretty quickly, because that is 9 to 10 protein shakes a week. And hopefully in the future they will bring out like the citrus and mint, the mint protein powder, but until then, I mean, I love this, so I'm gonna drink it all the time. That's my only criticism. And I would also say creatine and maybe even protein bars as well, but that's obviously in the future, and I think the stuff that they've got already is amazing, because if they do creatine, I will no longer have to buy it from MyProtein. And the thing that I think MyProtein does really well is the fact that you can get a student discount, but these products are so cheap anyway, I don't see the need to go back to MyProtein at all, apart from for creatine. And I think that's amazing, because the thing I find with MyProtein is, yes, it is cheap, but it's not necessarily the best quality of product. Whereas this is top quality whey protein in this, and it's cheap at the same time. So it's sold me, absolutely sold me. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Click the subscribe button, and if you try any products, be sure to tag Kendall Mint Company in them and also myself, because I would love to see how you're using them, where you're using them, all sorts of things. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you guys so much, and bye!